The Kellogg-Briand Pact, also known as the Pact of Paris, was one of the many international efforts to prevent another world war. It was essentially an agreement to outlaw war, but clearly had little effect in ultimately stopping militarism through the 1930s or World War II. History. US officials and citizens made efforts in order to guarantee there wasn't another world war through disarmament. They pushed for collaboration with the League of Nations, whom the US did not join, as well as the newly established World Court. There was even a movement to outlaw war, led by Nicholas Murray Butler and James T. Shotwell. With the help of Butler and Shotwell, French Minister of Foreign Affairs Aristide Briand proposed a peace pact as a bilateral agreement between France and the US, as France was facing insecurity from Germany. However, President Calvin Coolidge and Secretary of State Frank B. Kellogg were not super eager about the pact, thinking that it will require the US to intervene in the case that France was attacked. Therefore, they suggested that the two nations instead lead in inviting all other countries to outlaw war together. Terms. The pact was well received internationally, especially because of the significant losses from World War I. It contained two clauses. One, outlawed war as an instrument of national policy. That covered wars of aggression, however, not acts of self-defense. 2. Signatories were called upon to settle disputes peacefully. It was signed August 27, 1928 by 15 nations, and it was eventually signed by 47 more nations. Effect. The Mukden incident was clear indication of the failure of the pact. The event, occurring in 1931, was a false flag operation by the Japanese military to justify the invasion of Manchuria. At the same time, other signatories of the pact, such as Germany, Italy, and Austria, were also being naughty and breaking the pact. Although they had exploited a clause due to the lack of definition for self-defense, neither the League of Nations nor the US were keen on taking any action to enforce the pact. Franz Kellogg was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1929 for his work in the Pact, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or notice any mistakes, please let me know in the comments. Bye!